Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Backbone Exotics. It's been a while since I filmed my last video. I think it's been 4 or 5 months. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video because it's been a while, so I'm a little bit rusty. So today I don't really have a topic of what I'm doing because usually on my channel I like doing like how-tos, like how to make a bioactive enclosure or stuff like that, like feeding all my snakes, like kind of like a topic. But today I really don't have a topic. I just felt like making a video because I've been really busy. I've been dealing with high school, but now that I finally graduated, I have more time, or at least I thought. But then, now I'm working, going to school to studying to be a veterinarian, and also now, my channel, my YouTube, my Instagram, Backbone Exotics, I can't forget about that. I still have a bunch of animals to take care of. So I haven't really had enough time to film and do stuff like that, but today I finally had like a little bit of time, so I just thought I'd make a video, so I hope you guys enjoy it. So like I said, today's video is just going to be like my everyday life and what I have to do in the reptile room, things that need to get done. So this is the reptile room. It looks a little bit dirty and I'm still waiting for my racks to get here. As you can see, I still have freaking tubs everywhere and I hate it. I ordered these new rack system like I want to say April, and it is now August and they still haven't got here, so I don't know. And they promised to get here by, I think they said June, like the first couple weeks of June, and obviously they're still not here. So anyways, our to-do list says, we unfortunately have to euthanize our rats. After that, I have to prep the rats for breeding. I also have to feed my het pied female and check up on my gravid female that was supposed to lay eggs for me 4 days ago, but that's fine because, their due dates can be from day 30 all the way up to day 45. It depends on who you listen to. But also, finally, we're going to show off some snakes, so let's get into that. So unfortunately, the first runner-up is this albino male, or I think they call him, like for rats, it's not albino, it's like white silk, pink eye, ruby eye, I don't know, something like that. I got this from a rat breeder. So yeah, they let me know all the names, all the fancy schmancy names and stuff like that. So like I said, unfortunately, I have to euthanize my rats, and this is the little system that I have. This is just a CO2 tank. This is like 20 pounds, I believe. It runs through a regulator, out through a hose, and then right here I have like a tire fitting that goes into the container, and I have a bunch of substrate in here like wood shavings, because if you guys own rats, they pee and poop literally every 30 seconds. And the worst thing you don't want to do is, them pee and poop all over themselves while, the whole process is happening. And then you go put them in bags to freeze them, and then, they're all stinky and stuff once you go to defrost them and all that mess. And I went ahead and grabbed the rest of the rats that are going to be euthanized today. It's not going to be a lot of them. It's just a few. And I'm not going to show the rest of this. I'm just going to go ahead and get this done because I actually hate doing this. But, it's part of life. Everybody needs to eat. They need to eat. We need to eat. And unfortunately, so does my big boy George. He needs to eat as well. So now while that's being done, I'm going to go ahead and start prepping the new rats, the ones that are going to start breeding. So I'm going to put it on time lapse and let's see. Alright, so now we can finally cross those things off our list. But with that out the way, I was supposed to feed the het pied female, but the rat hasn't defrosted all the way. It hasn't thawed out. So now we need to check up on the gravid female. So this should be my gravid female. Like I said, she was due to lay, when was it? August 1st, and it is now the 6th, I believe. Obviously by the time I'm recording this video, not when it's posted. But I think it's the 6th, so it's been 6 days past her due date. I know that's fine. I know ball pythons don't lay exactly on day 30. I've just been checking up on her every single day, and that's, pee. I don't clean that out because those have a lot of pheromones. They have a lot of pheromones, and that's what makes her comfy, and that's what makes other snakes know that, hey, this is my nest, back off. This is where I'm going to be laying my eggs, so other snakes, don't try it, don't come over here. So that's very important to leave that in there so they feel more comfortable when they're laying. You know, this is a very stressful time for them. They're very exposed, or what's the word I'm looking for? Point is, you know, they're out in the open. They're vulnerable. That's the word I'm looking for. They're very vulnerable right now because they can't really defend themselves. They're full of yummy eggs. Everybody wants to eat them. So, you know, that's super important to try to make them feel as comfortable as possible. So yeah, she's starting to have some of that ridge back. That's when they start having like their spine bulge out of their back. And usually with a healthy snake, you don't want to see that at all. But with a gravid female or a female that is about to lay, that's exactly what you want to see. That means the due date is coming closer and closer and closer. So yeah, very exciting. This should be my first ever ball python clutch ever. So I'm super excited. You guys don't understand how I feel right now. But yeah, I'm going to make a separate video once she lays them. And I want to make it a bit fun. I want to write down what I think is going to hatch out of those eggs because she's a Mojave and she was paired to a banana special. So for example, on one egg, I want to put banana. Or on the other egg, I want to put normal. And see, you know, 55 days later, see what hatches out of my predictions. So that's going to be super fun. I can't wait to film that video. So yeah, she looks fine. She has water in her bowl. And usually you want to pull that out actually because you don't want them laying the eggs in there. Because sometimes they will do that on accident. But I think I'm okay with it. I know she's not going to lay anytime soon. So I want to leave the water on there. Let her keep drinking. And then when I feel like she's really about to lay, then pull it out. Alright, now that that's done, cross it out. But I'm doing this left-handed, so it's going to be terrible. Oh no, look at that. But yeah, now we got that done. And that's still not defrosted. The rats haven't, you know, fully euthanized yet, so I'm not ready to pack them. So let's just show off some more snakes and see what I'm working with this coming season. So this is my work table, or at least I'm going to try to make it my work table. And it's really hard holding on to snakes when you're all alone, and especially when you have rats right next to you. But anyways, this is my high blush female. It's a normal, of course. So this is just like just a normal, but she has very vibrant colors. Some colors that you shouldn't really be able to tell on a normal. So yeah, let me see. See, she has some really high yellows on her belly, some high greens. At the bottom, let's see her belly. She has like a really nice checkering. Very nice. And let's see that head stamp. Ooh. It's really hard to do with one person, but she doesn't really have a head stamp. But she almost reminds me of a cinnamon. I don't know how to explain it, especially with the high yellows. Like, look at the yellows. Let me zoom in a little bit right here. See the high yellow and greens? I don't know. Call me weird for having a normal in my collection, but I love these high blush females. Look at this. This is a pretty inexpensive snake. Let's flip her over so she feels more comfortable. But this is a very inexpensive snake, and I would rather have this than spend, I don't know, like $150 or $100 on a spider or something like that, like a boring gene. This looks really nice, and you could probably pick this up for like 80 bucks. So yeah, really nice. I love this female. So let's move on to the next one. All right, and in here, right below my little workbench, what I call it, I have a Pacific gopher snake. Let's see where it is. Oh, there she is. All the way in the back. Sorry if you can hear a bit of an echo because now I'm actually in the cage, so the sound's going to be a little bit off. But I love this snake, and I have no freaking way it's not going to happen. I cannot put this on the work table and keep it still because this snake is crazy. It's like a corn snake. They're always moving. King snakes, all that. They're always moving. So I'm still going to pull it out and show you. I'm just going to have to figure out a way to set it up like I did in the intro and, you know, show you guys her. And so here it is. I hope you guys can see it because I don't want to bump. Oh, see, there we go. There it goes. There it goes. Got to be careful with this guy. I don't want him to break a bone or something, so yeah, that's why I can never hold him out. That's why I really don't like king snakes and gopher snakes, bull snakes, because they're all really like this. I believe her name's Emily from Snake Discovery. Yeah. If you go check her out and you go see her bull snakes, they're literally the same. Usually they calm down if you hold them as babies. Whoa. as you hold them as babies and, you know, into adultness, they calm down a lot. But not this guy. This guy is feisty. I think I called it a female earlier, but it's actually a male. And there we go. I'm actually looking into getting a female soon, so I could actually breed these crazy guys. And as you can see, a lot of people are actually not going to want this snake, judging off how he is acting. But I actually really like these snakes. I actually think they're way better pets than ball pythons, because ball pythons are very, very, very picky eaters, and it's pretty annoying how much people I get in my Instagram DMs every single day telling me, my snake hasn't ate in 5 months, it hasn't ate in 3 months, or it's been refusing meals for quite a while. I need help, I need help. I've never had a problem with these snakes. The only thing that these snakes do have an issue with, or problem I'd say, is that you shouldn't feed live, or I mean any snake in general, you shouldn't be feeding live, but especially with these guys, because they don't constrict prey. So if these bite onto a rat or a mouse or something, they're not gonna wrap it up like a ball python, like a boa or blood python, whatever. They're not gonna wrap it around, squeeze it to death or whatever. They're just gonna start eating it. They bite wherever they're biting from, doesn't matter if it's the tail, the butt, anywhere. They start eating right away, start eating, and that's horrible. I don't want any rat to go away that way. I want it to be very peaceful, like I said, like the same way that I euthanize my rats. CO2 is like the absolute most humane way to euthanize rats, because they just go to sleep. They go to sleep and then they die in their sleep. It's not panic, it's not pain from the snake biting and constricting. And even then, that's more peaceful than just getting eaten alive. So yeah, that's the only issue I do have with these. But for the most part, I don't know any, sane people that feed live on purpose, you know what I mean? Usually those are like the crazy people. Usually they want to, show off or whatever. They don't actually have love for animals. They just think it's cool. But yeah, anyways, that's actually a pro in my opinion, feeding frozen thawed. So yeah, anyways, this doesn't have a name yet, but like I said, this is a Pacific gopher snake. These are found all around the coast of California, more higher up north. And as you can see, this snake might actually bang me in my freaking face. But they're also known as the non-deadly version of rattlesnakes, because they rattle their tail like this. They go whenever they're threatened, exactly like a rattlesnake. But obviously they don't have the... Hear them hissing? That's also why they call them a rattlesnake, because they're always hissing. They always want to be all mean, rattle their tail. They puff up, huff and puff, and they actually figured out a way to flatten out their head and have more of a triangular shape, something like that, and make them look like they're venomous, although they're not. So that's actually really, really cool. Evolution is amazing, in my opinion. So yeah, that's enough said about this snake before he poops on me or musks all over me. And I actually think he is. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but his butt is bulging, his cloaca. So that means he's about to poop on me. So let's put him away. And last but definitely not least, George, my boy George. This is my Colombian boa constrictor imperator, and he is actually 15 years old. I got him as a rescue. He's a little bit cranky all the time, and he also had a respiratory infection, not with me, but from his previous owners. So whenever he does breathe, it's very, very raspy. It's very unfortunate, but it happens. Not saying it's okay, but it happens, especially with newer keepers. 15 years ago, we didn't have the same knowledge we do now about snakes in general, but especially not the more uncommon ones like boa constrictors and stuff, or red-tailed boas, however you know them. But yeah, I don't really want to say too much about George, because I'm actually planning on making a whole separate video on him, especially because his story is very interesting. When I got him, he was about 20 to 30 pounds underweight, which is extremely low, and whoa, he's about to choke me. But anyways, he was really underweight. Now, he's a good weight. Look at his size. Even though you can't really see him because I'm really short and I have the camera really high up. But look, let me get on my tippy toes. This is George. Hopefully he's all in frame. but I'd say he's about 7 foot, 7.5 foot, around there. I actually have his skin hanging up right here, his shed. This is like 3 sheds ago though, so obviously he grew, but I'll show it right now. But yeah, I need to put him away because he's super food motivated, and you know, the smell of freshly killed rats and the whole rack right here, it's not very smart to hold them in my reptile room. Whenever I do hold them, I have to take them outside and hold them out, you know, open air, new smells and stuff like that, instead of being closed in the room and potentially getting bit because he gets hungry. So let me put him away. I'll be back. So yeah, now that that's done, cross that off the list. And yeah, unfortunately the rats have fully passed away. And why is my camera messing up? But here they are. I'm not really sure if I want to be showing this, but as you can see, they're gone now. And they went in the most humane way possible, because the gas, CO2, that's exactly what we exhale. As long as, I mean, they do as well. They exhale carbon dioxide, inhale oxygen. But basically what this gas does is just makes you sleepy, droopy, calms you down, because you're not thinking. You don't have enough oxygen to be thinking like that. So your body starts slowing down, your breathing gets slower, and essentially you just fall asleep. So that's why this gas is really, really dangerous, especially for me. And I actually have the window closed, because we're doing construction on our house right now, and I didn't want that to interrupt the video. But that's super bad. Don't do that. Always do this in a well ventilated area, especially because gas, CO2 gas in general, specifically, has no odor to it. So that's another reason why it's really good to use it on rats, because they can't smell anything. They don't know anything fishy is going on. So they just sleep and peacefully pass away. And that's exactly what I want. I actually even hate feeding live. And I do have a few ball pythons that only eat live. And that's super unfortunate. It really breaks my heart. I don't know how people just do it for fun, or, you know, like I said, those are not truly animal lovers, in my opinion. They just do it because it looks cool, because a snake striped and constricted and whatever. But I really don't like doing it. But to each their own, and yeah, what can we do? Now I just need to bag these up and put them in the freezer. But I think I'm gonna do that off camera, because it's time to eat. I'm super hungry, and that's just gonna take up a lot more time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh my god, I almost forgot about the most important thing. I'm just so freaking hungry that, I don't know, I'm not thinking right, my head's not straight. But I almost forgot, we gotta feed the het pied female. Freaking, I don't know how I missed that. So, while we wait a few more seconds until the rats fully defrost, or I should say not rats, because it's only one. This is Romeo. Romeo, my lesser, but he looks more like a butter in my opinion. Butter and lesser are really the same gene. It's just an F2 of the gene, if you guys know what that means. Anyways, so lesser, butter, however you know it. And then he is also scaleless head. You can see it right there. But while we're at it, you guys can definitely tell that this boy is in shed. Look at his blue eyes. Look at that pink belly. See that pink hue on it? So he's in shed, unfortunately, but fortunately. Unfortunately, because he looks off. He doesn't look good on camera. But good. That means he's growing. That means he's getting stronger and stronger and closer to breeding, because this is going to be my main breeder. I really want to make some scaleless head stuff and potentially some scaleless snakes one day in the future, although it is very, very controversial. But I think if you do it right, then there's no issue. And I'm definitely going to study a lot and look into it, what's the best way to do it. Of course, Brian Barczyk was the very first person to produce a fully scaleless ball python. So yeah, I'll just see in the comments of his videos, ask him a few questions and see what his opinion is, and see other videos, see blogs and stuff like that. And then I'll make my final decision on whether or not I should breed them. And I didn't show you guys all my snakes in this video. I know I said I was going to show all of them, but I didn't. But anyways, the person that was going to get this meal is right here. This big girl that just shed. Not a big girl. She's a little baby. She still has her umbilical cord. What's it called? That little slit There we go. Sorry, I got super distracted. Oh no, and she bit off the foot. Wow. Yeah, but anyways, I got super distracted. What I was saying is she's still a baby. She still has that slit that hatchlings have where their umbilical cord attaches to. She still has that. She's still very little. I think she's about 100 grams, I'd like to say. But, you know, that was the last time I weighed her. You know, she's still eating, shedding, as you can see. She did have a little bit of a hard time shedding, which is weird because last time she shed, she had a complete shed. And the substrate in here is actually really, really humid. So there really shouldn't have not been an issue. All right, so what do you guys think about these type of videos? They're a lot more personal. It's not scripted, and this shows you what I do day to day. Because you know, this is basically behind the scenes. So what, like a vlog? I don't know. Anyways, so do you guys like these type of videos? Please let me know in the comments because I actually really enjoyed making them. I've never made a video like this. Like I said, they've all been scripted and what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna say next, and this was kind of me thinking as I go. As you can see, like right now I have no idea what I'm gonna say next, but point is, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm back. It's been a really long time, like I said, school, work, you know, this business. The snakes need to eat, but you know, I can't always get that on camera. I just need to get it done because I need to go to sleep. But point is, yeah, I'm trying my best. So hopefully we can get some bananas soon. And yeah, I'll show you guys that if you guys want to see, so let me know that as well. And please leave a like, leave a comment, share this, and subscribe if you're new. Please, I really would appreciate it because I'm trying my best and I would really appreciate it. So see you guys next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.